And here we go with the sixplex. I'm going to pan my phone around. And I'll talk a little closer because sometimes the sound isn't that good. But here's the sixplex. We get the steel work coming up on that. In the back you can see the loading docks that are going to go in. Right down below here, this is the beams that are going to hold up all that trusses and joists and stuff on the roof. This here's for the mezzanine space. This angle that's welded into the tilt walls, that's also for the mezzanine space. There's the other one in the corner. These tall things right here are the roll-up doors for the front, so you can drive your van or pickup in there. Right next to it, the shorter height one, that's the storefront. And so your glass doors will go in there, and your offices will be in here, and our bathrooms will be roughly about just between those beams and that hole in the ground over there. And this is the other 50,000 square foot building. So between both of these, we have 100,000 square feet. Oh, I want to show you guys something else that I'll go through here. There's not much happening here today. Everyone's working on the other side, getting that roofing in on the decking. Boy, is that a big, heavy steel for that mezzanine space. Man, impressive. Right there, the ISO board came in. They call it ISO board. It's actually insulation board. It has to have a certain R factor. And this goes over top of that decking. And this is it here. This is the stuff, and this goes over top of that decking. And this covers the whole roof. And there it is. And it's good solid, what is that, 3 inches? It's good 3 inches of insulation board that's gonna keep this thing insulated, so the warehouse shouldn't be too hot, even though there's no air conditioning in there. And with that high ceiling, I'm thinking it's gonna be very nice and pleasant to work in there, even in these hot days in the middle of summer here in Dallas, Texas. And there it is, and that's gonna go up on top of the roof. And as soon as that's put on, as soon as this metal work is done, the decking goes up, then this stuff goes up, and then we can put down the thermoplastic overlay, or TPO. I elected with getting the thickest TPO that money can buy, which is 80 millimeter. Most people use 60 because they want to save a couple bucks. I don't want to save a couple bucks. I want to spend more. So I'm getting the thickest, toughest stuff available. Why? Because it's somewhat hail resistant, it's much stronger, and my thought is that it'll last longer and it'll be tougher. Sometimes we get wind events in Dallas. Probably it wouldn't hold up to a tornado, but we do get hail here, and the 80 millimeters pretty tough. It should resist pretty decent anything but even the worst hailstorms. So that's a step in the right direction too, because see, I'm not just a developer here. Part of this is being a property manager, and I'm thinking about the future. What am I going to do to make this building last and to keep expenses low in the future? That's why I'm going the extra mile and really doing everything heavy duty. I'm building this thing to last. This isn't going to be for sale, so I'm not cutting any corners. I'm spending a lot. Everything's heavy duty because I want this thing to last. I want this to be a legacy building, that it'll be still here strong and for a long time, long after I'm gone, so my kids can look after it and have some pride in a nice building that their daddy built it correctly, and make a nice thing for the community, have a nice safe place for people to have their businesses at, and collect some decent rent in the process. So a win-win. Think of all the people have been working on this. Putting up building and construction is an honorable profession because a lot of people get work out of this. All the roofers, all the steel guys, all the cement guys, the architects, the contractors, the utility people. I mean, there's been a lot of jobs provided by construction. And the government thinks that screwing over small business is a good thing. They're wrong, because This is the backbone of America, guys. It's true. You know, this is the backbone of America right here. All right, guys.